Thanks for staying tuned. It's time to bring you sports updates. I am Mian Akiri. Sergio Aguero scored both goals as Premier League champions. Manchester City beat FA Cup holders Chelsea 2-0 at Wembley with a victory to secure the Community Shield. Aguero opened the scoring with a low strike in the 13th minute after he was allowed too much space inside the box. And the Argentine doubled City's advantage in the second half, running onto Bernardo Silva's pass before tucking the ball past Willy Caballero. Aguero could have scored a hat-trick with City's dominance. Former Nigeria international Etin Esin has urged the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) to compel Super Eagles coach Kenneth Rao to work and live in Nigeria if he desired to continue handling the national team. Esin says the inability of Rao to live in the country to watch the league and discover players since taking over the men's senior national team has contributed to the poor level of football development in the country. He also tasked the NFF and football stakeholders to provide modern standard facilities that would bring out the best in the players, stating that Nigerian players needed enough apparatus to lift the standard of their game. The Falconets opened their France 2018 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup campaign against Germany at Stade de Marville in Saint-Malo this afternoon. The tournament began on Sunday with France humiliating Ghana 4-1. Mexico beat Brazil 3-2, while New Zealand lost 2-1 to Holland. England defeated South Korea 3-1. Falconets head coach Christopher Danjuma says the team is ready for today's game. The national team will be banking on players like Monde Oluwakemi, Glory Ogbonna, Christy Ucheibe, Peace Efe, Rashidat Ajibade, and Anam Imo for victory. Joining us live via Skype on TVC Breakfast Show from France, venue of the competition is sports journalist Wole Okpatola. Wole, good morning to you, and how is France this morning? What we'll get across to Wole once again, let him take a look at happenings in the Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich are set to sell defender Jerome Boateng following his friendship and collaboration with rap star Jay-Z. According to reports, Bayern CEO Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is fed up with the constant travel and distractions that come with the Boateng's link-up with the American superstar. The German defender became the first footballer to sign with Rock Nation Sports in June 2015, one arm of the talent agency set up by Jay-Z 5 years ago. As a result of the move, Boateng has reportedly struck up a strong friendship with the musician and frequently flies out to see him in the States. Manchester United are preparing to make a bid for Harry Maguire before the Premier League transfer window closes on Thursday. The Leicester City player and England defender is believed to be Jose Mourinho's top target as he looks to put the finishing touches to his side ahead of the new season. Burnley have signed centre-back Ben Gibson from Middlesbrough on a 4-year deal for a joint club record fee. The 25-year-old Englishman is the Clarets' first summer signing, while the fee matches the £15 million they paid for striker Chris Wood in August 2017. Burnley face Istanbul side Beşiktaş in the Europa League qualifier on Thursday before their Premier League opener against Southampton on Sunday. Well, we'll go for a break. When we come back, the show, TVC Breakfast, continues. You're still watching TVC Breakfast Show. Let's take you to France, where we have Wole Okpatola joining us from the venue of the ongoing FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Wole, good morning to you.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Mie.
Well, Wole, 12:30 p.m. is the time, Nigeria, Germany, and it's becoming a big rivalry at the Under-20 World Cup between these two countries. Twice they've met in the finals and the Germans were victorious. It's the first game for the Nigerian side. What's the atmosphere like there?
Well, it's the first game, and it's going to be a very, very nervy one. You must not forget the fact that these ladies are under 20 years of age, and most of them are going onto the world stage for the very first time. So you expect that there will be some nerves. The downside of it is that we are facing a superpower, Germany. They are superpowers not only in women football, but at this particular stage, they are the best. You know that they defeated Nigeria on 2 occasions. At this stage, I'm talking about the final of the Women Under 20 World Cup. So it's going to be very, very difficult facing the same opposition in your very first game of the tournament. I think that expectations should be limited. That notwithstanding, the power of Nigeria triumphs over any other, any day, anytime. So that even makes it much more unpredictable.
Well, Wale, you expressed some form of optimism there. But quickly, let's take a look at the coaching crew led by Danjuma. What has he been saying? How optimistic are these players? And do you think they are psychologically ready, for this big game?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that nobody goes into any battle thinking that he or she is going to be defeated. Even when you are clearly the underdogs, you will still find some optimism somewhere. The coaches are very, very confident. Of course, we didn't just get here on a platter. We actually qualified to get here. It means that we defeated some opposition, African opposition, really. So, and the team are just, of course, arrived here from Austria, where they had some 2 weeks camping. So this you might say that the team is not really down as it is facing Greece, Germany, former world champions and all. And they're trying to begin to, they want to make names. They know that this was exactly the stage where Oshoala was covered, and you already know that Oshoala is doing great things, not only for herself, but for Nigeria. And she's one player that others want to emulate. So I know that the Nigerian girls will be ready to give their 100%, even if they need to give much more. Trust me, they will give today.
Well, finally, let's take a look at Africa's representatives. Ghana didn't have a good start. They lost their opening game yesterday. Just like we saw at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, all African teams exited in the group stages. Will it be different, or do you think it could be different this time around with female football?
Sometimes, no matter how good you are, you also pray to have the luck of the draw. When you go into a competition like this, you expect to play the very best. But sometimes you expect to play them at the latter stages of the competition, not at the very beginning. The Ghanaians were so unlucky to have been in the same group with us, and having to play them in their very first game even made it much more complicated. And like I said earlier on, you cannot eliminate the fact that there will be nerves going into the competition, because they are just under 20 girls, and they are getting onto the world stage for the very first time. Trust me, well, it's going to be difficult too for Nigeria today, but nothing is impossible. But I do not think that just like we had at the men's game in Russia, that all Africans are going to crash out at the very first stage. I have that confidence that the Nigerian girls have got the possibility to advance beyond this group. Do not forget that we are playing Haiti next before playing China. We are going to underrate nobody, but I fancy that we'll take all 3 points against Haiti, and we still stand a chance also against China. The outcome of today notwithstanding, I still believe that with 2 more matches to go, there's no cause for alarm for Nigeria. I might not be able to say the same for Ghana, but like I said earlier on, they were just unlucky to have met a superpower in their very first game of the competition.
It is important they indeed walk the walk beyond talking the talk. I'm also a very big thank you, Wale Opatola, for joining us on TVC Breakfast Show from France this morning.
Thank you very much, Mia. Thank you, Nigeria.
Well, indeed, like they say, whatsoever a man can do, a woman can do better. Let's see if these ladies will do us proud. Azizat and Ngozi, it's female football. Yes, what I expect.
Are you talking about football now? Don't even take one there. I don't play no football, and it's too late for me to even try.
I'm just wishing the girls well. You know, our girls are always dominating at the African scene, but when it comes to the world stage, it's a kettle of fish every time, always crashing out at the group stage. But this time around, let's hope what the senior girls have not been able to do. These girls at the World Cup on the 20 will be able to do it at least. First off, get maybe a draw at least against the German
Don't
side.
settle for less.
Okay, a victory.
A victory.
Let's be hopeful.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
be there tomorrow to take a look at the results.
All right.